All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Trust Sports. Got my guy in the building. What's good, brother?
Yes, sir. What's up, Leak? I was just about to say, man, it's only you and I. I know Tony was going to come on, man, but fuck,
Yo,
I guess the Eagles lost, so he had to switch up real quick. I
he
don't know.
switched up. Yo, conspiracy theory. I'm gonna put the DMs here. The DM show that I DM'd him Tuesday 5:30. We're recording his DM show that I never sent that message. You know, I'm not saying anything like someone deleting something, but hey, I'm just putting that out there, bro. It couldn't be a Cowboys fan. I stand in my business. It's not a Cowboys fan.
Because everything you sent before that and after that sent
identical
to him. So that's weird that the one thing he needed didn't come through. And look, Tone's my guy, but I'm curious if the Eagles won that game last night, if he would be on here with us today.
You think so? I don't know. Conspiracy. That's just for the clip. But I know my brother,
Yeah.
I do believe that I don't know. It was weird. Who knows? Messy things happen. But I would love to say that it's so crazy how you could still smile. And I guess this is what they hate that the Cowboys have to face with like when Cowboys lose, the Eagles fans are happy regardless the next day. But it's funny. Even though we both lost, I still was happy going to work today and seeing people and seeing Eagles fans, how distraught they were in work. I haven't seen an Eagles jersey. I haven't seen an Eagles hat. I've just seen it was the quietest Monday at work ever. And, everybody's happy for the holidays, but this definitely tempered the holidays for a lot of Eagles fans, I would definitely say.
Yeah, no, you're right. And, I know we'll dive into both games. For me, well, again, we'll talk about the Eagles. I've already mourned the season. So last night for me was kind of like chilling out and, piecing out on this team because apparently they have a few weeks ago. So did I. But it was weird because, you saw, I guess, yesterday, Monday, everything was flooded with Cowboys, which got boat raced. And then saw nothing from Cowboys fans. And then today saw nothing but Eagles hate from Cowboys fans and nothing from Eagles fans. So, look, I said the title of this episode needs to be Division of Frauds because our two teams are complete frauds right now. And I can tell you one thing, the Super Bowl champ is not coming from the NFC East.
Really? Whoa.
No.
Okay. All right, we'll get into it because to podcast, the trust guys, that's just bullshit coming from Liam. Liam's going to hop back on the train. He does this. Liam will hop back on the Eagles train. He did that with the Phillies.
Well, and we'll see.
Eagles, and now he was back. So he'll be full of black soon. He'll be back.
I'm sure. And again, like I said, we'll touch on the Eagles whenever you want to get it going. But something I said to you last week and 2 weeks ago kind of came into fruition again on Monday night to the point where I couldn't even really be that upset. It was almost just kind of like a roll your eyes, and here we are.
But hey, this is definitely our Christmas special one. This will come out, the weekend going into Christmas. But I wanted to say, I'm definitely I love the holidays. I love everything holidays. I'm not a big go out and go to the Christmas events Christmas. I'm not really that big into that, but I love the movies. I love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I love being off of work. I love all that stuff. But if you could think back, what is your greatest Christmas memory or Christmas gift you ever gotten? If you want to go first, or I can start first, you let me know.
That's great, man. I love Christmas. I'm definitely one that I try to go out and see the lights, but I'm with you on the movies. I got a movie question for you too. But best memory, and I guess the best gift. Honestly, best memory as a kid growing up, the Christmas breakfast was always those Pillsbury Cinnabuns. Would have them once a year, bro. Oh yeah, yep. Would have them once a year.
It's just $1, bro. Your mom was great.
Look, I know it was one of that you knew you were getting that for Christmas. I don't know if it was the unhealthy tradition choice or whatever the hell. Yeah. But coming down knowing you were getting that for breakfast as a kid was the fucking best. And best present, that's a really good question. Honestly, I'll keep it with sports. When Brian Dawkins left the Eagles, obviously I was devastated as a kid. So all I wanted was an orange Broncos Brian Dawkins jersey. My grandmom hooked it up. I think I still have it somewhere. Obviously, it's a child's size, but bro, that shit was sick.
No, I feel like that's the only jersey that it was around the area. You see Cowboys, Giants, Jets like that. You would see a Dawkins jersey in Philly, Broncos jersey, people rocking it in Philly and not thinking twice about it. You would see that in Philly. I would definitely say that. That's a good point.
Definitely. He look, man, he was one of the athletes that, I'm sure you have him too, that the one that got away. But what about you, man? What's your favorite Christmas?
So one thing I was thinking about, I definitely brought up a great point of traditions. Like I can't wait to start my own tradition with my kid or whatever it may be. But one thing we didn't grow up with was like Elf on the Shelf. Like, is that something new? Like, I didn't grow up with Elf. Like,
We
I don't
didn't
know
have that
anyone
either.
else that had to be. That's new. It did come from a book. I think it came from a book, right? Like, I guess.
I think you're right. I know, like, I have younger cousins that are probably early high school and middle school now that grew up with it. So, like, we were just, yeah.
We missed it. Yeah, shout out to all the parents out there that's like going ham. Like they're using the doorbell cams. They're using like, and it's funny. Like there's some where like they'll draw on them. Like I love it. I love all that. I love it all. But for me, I would definitely say the morning of like when I had my little brothers and like it got to the point where like, yeah, we knew Christmas was like, it wasn't Santa anymore. Spoiler, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
But we knew that it was our parents now, but I had my little twin brothers and me and my sister being so excited to be like, yo, like I remember we got them, my favorite memory, we got them a ball pit, like a pit with like the balls they could throw. These motherfuckers did not care. Like, we woke them up at 7 a.m, like, come on, guys, get up. And we went downstairs and they like fell asleep in the ball pit. Like they didn't give a fuck. They were so dead and tired, but like they didn't get it yet. But we were so excited for them to really experience it kind of the first year, but they could care. Like, I can still picture my little brother just sleeping in the ball pit. Like he didn't care. Greatest gift for me was definitely like a surprise. My parents just got my mom, my stepdad. Like I got like a electric dirt bike. Like and I never asked for it. Like it was a Razor dirt bike, and I was like, what is like a mini one? And like it was like I would just rip that shit up and down the block. And we took it to like the wood, the park, and I remember this thing feeling like I'm going 1,000 miles an hour, and it was so fast, and like I loved it. Like, you know what I mean? Like and it was the one that caught me by surprise. I didn't ask for this, but it was like they got it for me just because like, yo, this is probably what he would like. So that to me is the standout memory, like the Razor red like electric dirt bike, man.
Damn, the little like crotch rocket thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I fucked up and like, let my friend take it, and like he took it apart and was like, "I'll make it gas, it'll go quicker." He just took it apart and he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah,
no, a chance you were willing to take, but I guess now look, question for you, movie wise, do you fuck with the Christmas movies that are like those old school claymation, like The Year Without a Santa Claus, the Rudolphs, the Frosties? Like, do you like those movies? Because they're some of my favorites. Sabrina doesn't really like them, so you don't like them either.
I'm not. I mean, they can come on TV, but let's just say, okay, growing up, ABC Family, 25 Days of Christmas, right?
Yeah, that was the best.
If it was one of those nights in which that was coming on, I was sad. Like if it wasn't, wasn't like those, if it wasn't Elf, it wasn't Grinch, if it wasn't one of the bangers, like if it was like maybe you get an old school like Rudolph, maybe like Rudolph you can get off with, but like Charlie Brown Christmas is hyped up. That's just trash, bro. Like Charlie Brown to me is trash. I don't like it, and that's a rough take, but I don't want to see that. But the clay ones, hell no, bro. Bring me like I'm new school, like kind of. I like the ones that aren't just Christmas. You know what I mean? Like shout out to the Grinch. The Grinch is the only one I can give you. But like for me, it's like Friday After Next. Like it's a Friday like Christmas one. It's like for me, it's Trading Places. Like that takes place during Christmas time. Like. And what's the other one that like Elf, of course. Elf is going to be like 4 Christmases. I'm a Vince Vaughn guy.
Dude, that's the best. That is the best.
Banger, bro. Like
that's one of the funniest movies. Period.
Vince Vaughn, bro. He had a run. Like that's one of my favorite like actors, Vince Vaughn. So
same here.
Those are the kind of movies I like. When like it's Christmas focused, but that's not the entire movie is Christmas. So I would say
definitely. Yeah, I'm with you. I think 4 Christmases is definitely a favorite. Also love the Christmas Vacation, where they come with the house with all the lights. The family comes over. They spend like a week for Christmas. I'm sure you've seen it, but that's just funny as hell.
Home Alone, the Christmas one.
Another good one.
Bang, that's a banger, dude. But all right, enough of the Christmas spirit. I hope the spirit of Philly is low right now, baby.
I was gonna say we're getting our spirits up right now. Just high right now.
But Liam, I'm gonna welcome you into the club of realism. The club of understanding that the year is done, the club of hope in the tank, or whatever you Eagles fans hope is going on, because I've been sitting on that boat for some time now. But what an amazing way to kind of make myself feel better, because no matter what, I was taking the heat, bro. All I was taking was the heat from Eagles, which to me, that's the beef I have. How can you give me shit for getting blown out by the Bills when we just blew you out? And all that's to say is the Cowboys, look, this is the real Cowboys. if that's the real Cowboys, then what are the Eagles then? What do we look at the Eagles and say, like, this is the team that blew us out? Like, what do we have to talk about now? Because that's all it did to me was showcase, like, wait, let's just rewind this. That means if we blew you out, we got blew up by the Bill. Like, well, let's do some really deductive reasoning here and understand the full picture. But what was going through your head? I think I hit you. It was like third. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch the entire game. I turned on like third.
Oh, right.
It was 10-10. I was doing cardio at that point. And then from there on, I watched it. And then I saw 17-10. And in my head, I was like, okay, they're going to start pulling away. And that's what you said, too. We're going to start pulling away now. But then things just went downhill, baby. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I got a couple things. And honestly, like, you welcomed me into the club of, like, accepting this just isn't the year a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go take it back to the week after the Eagles played the Niners. And we came on here. And, we kind of talked about it. I was like, yeah, look, man, they got blown out at home. They got embarrassed against a team that wanted to embarrass them all off season and all during the season. They literally got bent over, ripped their pants off, and just spanked, bro. And I said to you, everything I need to know, I said this 2 weeks ago, whenever that game was, everything I need to know about this team moving forward will be answered in how they respond in Dallas. Whether that's a win or a loss, I said to you, if they come out playing with their hair on fire, if it's a close win, if it's a close loss, they just need to show me that, like, they can bounce back from that ugly loss. And just to have it happen again, we came back on here last week and I told you that that's it. I don't care. Like, they showed me the team that they are. They got no fight. They really have no dog. They're fake mentally tough. They got a locker room that has a ton of problems that are coming into fruition now. And you always, you could say this about people. You could say this about sports teams as well. Character is defined when things are going wrong. When things are going great, everything's great, right? Everyone's getting along. It's all buddy. But when things are going wrong, that's when people's real characters start to show. And in reality, this Eagles team is 10-4. All they need to do is beat two bad football teams in the next 3 weeks, and they win the division and probably lock up the 2 seed, right? So, like, in that, I'm not saying, like, oh, I'm fine. I'm just saying, like, in the grand scheme of the season, it's all still right in front of them. And you're having defensive coordinator changes. You're having anonymous reports. You're having A.J. Brown bitch to fans now on Twitter. You're having Darius Slay randomly get knee surgery and be bitching about the fans and be bitching about the coaching. And you're getting these leaders like Fletcher Cox. One of the big quotes that was going around last week was he's like, look, I've been on good teams. I've been on bad teams. I've been on teams where guys step up. I've been on teams where guys haven't stepped up. We'll see what this team's made of. That's all you need to say. He's not saying I trust that this is a team that's going to step up. He's not saying I trust the guy. He's saying let's see what this team is made of. That tells me all I need to know because he's been around forever. Let's see what this
team is made of at 10-4 is crazy.
It was after the Dallas game going into Seattle. So 10-3
late in the season. Yeah, that's late in the season to be like, let's see what we're made of. We should already know what the fuck we are.
And you did, and I did at least. And I don't know. Again, last night when we were talking about it, I kind of expected, like, look, they should break away because in reality, they're just the more talented team. Like, they're the more talented team when Seattle's at 100%.
I mean, that's the issue I have had. I think that's probably what I was alluding to when I was like, you should be beating teams. Like, I think that's really the argument for me is like, this team is so talented. To not be beating teams is something that's like, there's something there. There's something that's missing, right? And now we're starting to see it, right? It's so talented. Eagles fans are all placing blame on the play calling. By all means, that is a factor. That is a factor there that it's play calling as well. But it also is Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown. It also is you guys are the fucking players. You decide the play calling bad, fuck it. We're going to go out and ball regardless. This is a play you want. This is a play we're going to go out and pick up the yard. This is a play we're going to win with. It's just straight discourse of like, we fucking suck. The play calling sucks. Fuck this coach. We need to do something different. It's like, no, step up. And like, this is Pop Warner's show where you're like, our coach fucking sucks. Fuck the coach. Fuck all this shit. Like, it's looking like that, and it's too much talent that it's just being like, it's just like, why are you not winning games? Too much talent. Yeah. So there's a deeper rooted issue, and I think Eagles fans are just looking to place blame.
Yeah, and I don't know if I got notes on it, but number 2 right here is the same glaring issues that we've had all year, that I've come on here every win and every loss is that the play calling's bad. But last night was Jalen Hurts. And if Jalen Hurts is just okay, that's a win. It is. I mean, he's missing open wide receivers. He's escaping as clean of a pocket as you're going to get in the NFL immediately. he's trying to play hero ball. He's not taking the plays that are right in front of him. You saw a couple instances. I saw live where it was a couple third downs early in the game where Goddard's open on a 3rd and 3 for a first down, but he goes to A.J. Brown. You have Devontae Smith on a crossing route that not only picks up the first down, but probably goes for another 15 yards, goes deep to A.J. Brown. End of the game. Yeah. Now the picture came out of Kenny Gainwell kind of being wide open. Now that's a little like he's kind of right next to the lineman and Jalen's in the throwing motion. Yeah. But it's all suffice to say that whatever you saw Jalen Hurts double coverage down the field on the sideline, when all you need, you have arguably the best kicker in the league. He won you the Bills game. Like now you're
14 yards.
All you need is 12, 14 yards to give him a chance, and he probably knocks it through.
Yeah.
And you're playing hero ball. And again, it's bad play calling and it's also very bad execution. And these have been glaring issues all year long. I think I've texted you since week 3. How many times have I texted you? Look back on our text. I said he's 2021 Jalen Hurts. Yeah. I've been saying it all year. And that's what he is.
I mean, you look at Jalen Hurts' numbers, you see 8 turnovers last year to 17 turnovers this year.
It's hard.
That is just unbelievable. I mean, now where do you stand when I look on social media and I'm seeing tank and they're saying get rid of the offensive coordinator and get rid of Jalen Hurts. I think that's the problem I have with Eagles fans. It's like
you're just about to say,
looking to write it like you don't know football. You just know Eagles need to win. Like, that's all you know. And that to me is like, yes, by all means. I mean, anyone could see it. You see 3rd and long or 3rd and whatever. You see Jalen Hurts throwing a bomb to looking for A.J. Brown, right? I think that there has to be progressions. I think you just start seeing Jalen Hurts before Jalen Hurts would run and pick up 3, run and try to pick up something with it, or he would make a smart play. Jalen Hurts, he's just not playing smart. And that's the ball difference. You know, I got the excuse that he was sick, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, don't tell me. Don't even say those words to me. No. Don't say those words to me, because if you want, I could say the entire Dallas team was fucking sick too, and that never came out of my fucking mouth. It doesn't matter. The pros you play, because no matter what, the headlines were getting ready for Jordan Flu game. He's wearing Jordan brand.
Yeah, exactly.
It was getting ready for that momentum, right? But that right there to me speaks numbers. That speaks volumes, and I think that you're in as a Eagles fan. You want to say, Liam, that you're writing the year off? I think that you're still in the best position in which, and this is here why, the next 3 games. The next 3 games lead you to believe, no matter what, I think the Eagles, I will bet my money, my big count right now, they win the next 3, right?
They will.
But the next 3, what they do that's most important, they're not just winning it, is build confidence. Build the confidence back up, regain your play calling, regain the confidence of where you want the ball to go. I mean, that's a coach, defensive coach, you also just got exposed. If anything, you want to speak on that defense, you let, who the fuck is who is this guy to go down? And all I know him for is singing the Jeezy song at the Broncos.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen him throw one pass a day in my life. And you just made him look like an all-star. You made DK Metcalf like he was a pro. And all they could say is, well, Slay wasn't playing. If Slay is your guy, which you're saying wasn't playing, you're missing, it's a problem to me in my eyes, because Slay's not the fucking guy either.
No.
Slay and Bradbury will both be gone next year.
Yeah, I hope so, because did you notice something on that last drive? Who they targeted on every single complete pass? Everyone. Bro, we had 3 rookies. 2 of them were undrafted, and they didn't go after them a lick. They actually that is what you can take out of last night's game. If nothing else, is that you may have some dogs now as cornerbacks that are these young kids coming in, because I saw a lot of really good things from the secondary from the younger guys, but all they were doing was going after Bradbury. Even when it wasn't even DK Metcalf, it was JSN on the final play, one-on-one against Bradbury.
Fun, baby.
Yeah. And it's just like, here's the problem. Here's the problem with me, with where this team's at, because you're right. What's going to happen is they're going to win the next 3, which means they win the division. I guess they'll get the 2 seed. I don't know how the tiebreaker works with the Lions if they went out 2, but whatever. To me, it's a watch year though. Huh?
The Lions should win out because they play us next week.
Yeah, we'll see. But to me, it's a wash year. And I said this to you last year, that after you come off a Super Bowl loss in which you probably should have won, the measuring stick now for a successful season is not a division win. It's not one playoff game. It's getting back to the Super Bowl and trying to win again. And there's just no shot in hell that they do that for me, especially now having to go to San Francisco. Ultimately, it's going to, whatever happened to you in Philly is going to happen again, even if they get a few things cleaned up. And so to me, it's a wash year. Jalen's been playing hurt all year long. Forget about the sickness. That knee's clearly not right. Yeah. You need to get in a veteran offensive play caller, because look, it's not only the play calling. you look at an offensive coordinator as somebody who's supposed to help your still young quarterback progress. And not only is he not progressing, he is regressing at an extreme level. That is on the coaching. The play calling, good, bad, ugly, whatever. The fact that we're seeing Jalen Hurts regress in this manner is more frightening to me than bad play calling in the third quarter of a football game. So you need to get somebody in here who I believe is a veteran kind of coaching presence, somebody who can help Jalen progress back to what he was last year and maybe bring some creativity. The defense, you need a new defensive coordinator because now you just totally sold out the guy that you hired. Now all the reports are he was the very last choice because Gannon fucked us over after the Super Bowl with how he left. So there really wasn't anybody left to choose from. So I think you need to kind of restart fresh. And look, end of the day, that's the
dude that was at the Patriots, right?
And now, yeah. So he originally just came in as I don't know, some consultant or assistant, whatever. And then boom, now he's the DC after. I mean, when I heard that, like that is all you need to know about this team. They are 10-3. They control their own destiny, and they are making a panic move. That is a panic move. Yeah. After you just played really the tough gauntlet of seeing Patrick Mahomes, the Dolphins, the Bills, who are playing a lot better football than they were in the beginning of the year, the Cowboys offense at Dallas, the 49ers who had the best offense in the league. And now you're like, well, fuck, we lost back-to-back games. Better make a crazy move. Yeah. Like none of this was being said about him when he shut out Mahomes in the second half. None of this was being said when you held the Dolphins to 14 or 17 points, whatever it was. But no, we lose 2 back-to-back games in such a manner that's the move you have to feel you need to make. Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like 10-4 looks all good, but the vibes around this team and how they're handling themselves they're not a 10-4 football team with everything in front of them.
Now, again, the difference is you have let's say we look at the Cowboys, right? You have a 10-4 team. You have a 10-4 team of the Cowboys as well, right? But you look at the Eagles and you say, can the Eagles get it done? I still have hope in saying that no matter what, you still you're going to go up against the 49ers. You're going to play the Niners, right? And you say,
I think so too.
What does it look like against the 49ers? I still say the Eagles could pull it out because the Eagles have shown us they can pull it out, right? But you look at Dallas, you say Dallas on the other hand, nah, it's a wrap, scrap this season. But no matter what, that stands there for me that no matter what, I feel like I will until the Eagles show me they can't get it done with this year, then I would change my verdict next year. But it's too early for me to say write them off. They can't because I still think no matter what, it's Brock Purdy. No matter what, it is an Eagles team who is, in my opinion, buck for buck, still out talented compared to the Niners, in my opinion. They still on all phases of the ball are better than the Niners, but the Niners are just playing complete football. And that's where I was like, it's crazy how a couple of weeks can change. Because a couple of weeks ago, we both were like, let's see the 49ers. I'm ready for the Niners. Let's see the Bills. Fuck the Bills. So we were like, oh, wait, here we go. These teams know how to fucking turn it up in December, late December, like we said. And the Eagles and the fucking Cowboys know how to fucking figure it out. And look what the Cowboys have done. But I think that the Eagles can figure it out. I think that they will get the confidence back. No matter what, it's just going to come down to who plays better in that game. That's it. There's nobody talking about it. Just who will play better in that game.
And you're right, because honestly, this is such a weird year in the NFL. And even the 49ers that right now seem like the clear-cut best team in the league, they lost 3 straight and looked bad doing it. Yeah. We talk about the Cowboys and we'll talk about them and their road struggles. Go anywhere in the AFC. The Ravens have 3 bad losses. The Ravens lost to the Colts at home. Ravens lost to the Steelers. I don't know who their third loss, maybe the Bengals or something like that. But the Ravens have had times where they look bad. You know what I mean? It's literally every team. The Bills now look like the second best team in the NFL out of nowhere, and they're not even in the playoffs. So it's a weird year where not one specific team has dominated from beginning to end. So that kind of gives me a little bit of hope because it does seem like everyone outside of Philly is saying what you're saying. Look, 3 games to figure it out because these are games that you should win. Maybe you can try a couple different things because you can get away with them and see what works and what doesn't. Yeah. And once you're in the playoffs, especially getting 2 home playoff games as the 2 seed, you should march your way to the conference championship again. And then from there, it's one game for it all.
It's just not reverting back to those 3 losses, not playing like you did in those 3 losses. That's the difference. If you turn the dial back, you're out. You're gone. Yeah. There's no we can figure this out. It's one and done, baby. And that's exactly. That's what you don't want to see in December. And again, a lot of Eagles fans have that confidence going forward. And I said, bro, don't be too cocky, brother. Be careful. You do in December. You could keep saying we figured out. We know how to win games. the football gods work its way out. Football works itself out. Teams begin to do film and figure you out. And that's what's been happening. I feel like teams have begun to figure the Eagles out, but there's enough time in 3 weeks, not a lot of time, but there's enough time in which you can rebuild, get it together, get that locker room together and say, let's get it together. But I think AJ Brown is, to me, that's a glaring guy right there. What he's doing, what he's bitching, what he's complaining, what he's saying, and Slay, like those are two guys where I'm like, there's something deeper going on. But any last words on your Eagles?
No, I mean, again, I think too, the one thing we didn't mention, did you see McCaffrey on like the Manning cast?
I loved it.
Video? Like
that's just,
what else do you need to know?
He goes
like
that. What's worse is an offensive guy. So that means you can tell that a defensive guy is able to key on. He goes right away. And mind you, he didn't have time of them coming out the huddle. They were already lined up. He goes, all right, Jalen Hurts running up the right side and tight end pulling. Right away, that's exactly the play happened. Yeah. Like, oh shit! So like, if he's able to pick up on it, and I think that's right there is what you're going to see. Sirianni be like, "Fuck this, scrap it." If this is happening live on TV, I know our defensive guys. And what happened in that play? I lost 4 yards. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's what I'm confused too about. Of like, you make the defensive coordinator change, which look, it is what it is. But truthfully, I think the defense has an excuse of just the personnel is getting outmatched. I mean, they have no linebackers at all. Their secondary is Slay and Bradbury, who are showing you they're cooked already, to where your younger players are coming in and trying to figure out on the fly, and finally did a little bit last night. Like the offense, there is no excuse. You have the best line in the league. You have an MVP quarterback. You have probably the best receiving duo in the league, a top 5 tight end. Like, if you're going to make a move for a coordinator, how are you not taking the better personnel side who is having more struggles? I mean, in reality, you got smoked against 2 really good offenses who were playing some of their best ball at the time you saw them. Your offense has struggled no matter who you played all year long.
Yeah, true. Very true. That's a fact. Like you said, and then when looking at the Cowboys, I mean, the issue I had was like seeing so many Eagles fans like, okay, you want to go bar for bar? Let's just say when the Eagles play the Cowboys, they didn't score at all. Cowboys play the Bills, we didn't score at all. We looked the exact same in both games, as if you were to say teams. So why talk shit? Why message me talking shit about the Cowboys? Look what the Cowboys do. Because no matter what, call me crazy. And I think I'm pissed off because I think Jerry Jones has already made up his mind to bring Dak back with all the MVP talk and all this stuff that he's going to come back. But I'm okay losing out. I'm okay going these next 3 games playing the Dolphins, Washington, and then the Lions. I'm okay losing all 3. Lose all 3. To show you, no, that can't get it done. Now is the tough part of the season. Like I said before, 10-4 is a huge difference, Dallas fans. Don't celebrate 10-4 as if it's 10-4 like the Eagles. These are 2 different teams. These are 2 different schedules. And we're getting into the gauntlet now. Look how we're facing it, right? Yeah, we face a Bills team who has gotten hot, who's hot as fuck right now. Fucking Cook went for fucking 200 yards compared to our none. Like, that shit, I was like, holy fuck, they can run. They can do whatever the fuck they want to the Cowboys right now. Whatever they fucking want. And run on us. And no one's done that all year to us. No one has run the ball against us like that all year long and just fucking tore it up on us. And, like, that to me was glaring. It was glaring to see that, like, Dak throwing just picks and forcing shit. Dak's getting back in his ways of just forcing shit and forcing picks and forcing a ball. When Dak's down 14, that's when we're going to start to see Dak become Dak. And he's an average quarterback. And it's just, it is what it is. We're an average team. So I do not want to hear, here we go with the average team shit. Like, you're 10-4. No, I've said we're an average team. You're supposed to beat the team you're supposed to beat and move on to the next team. And then when it gets tough, let's see. I bet you we lose to the Dolphins. I bet you have a close game and pull it out against Detroit and we beat Washington. But that's another showcase of a good team. Let's go to Miami. Let's see how we play. And we lose to Miami. Like, if they're able to show me we beat Miami, okay. Dak, you improved. Let's see what the fuck happens. But it was just embarrassing all around. And again, like you said, after that game, I was all shits and smiles. I want to see this. I want to see everything go downhill so we can fucking clear house. It sucks. I never want to waste a player's year. You know, I don't want to waste our players. I don't want to waste CD. We have Ferguson who showed up, amazing tight end. I'm happy we have him, but you don't want to waste guys' year. But this is one of those years where it's like, sorry, like the main guy that's been there while we can get the job done has always been our quarterback, and it will always be our quarterback until we get rid of Dak, man. It just is what it is.
No, you're right. And look, again, the Cowboys are who we thought they were. And every week we go back and forth, and I text you Thursday or Friday, and we figure out the locks, the Liam's locks for the week, which, by the way, 7-2 the last 2 weeks, starting to heat up a little bit. And I took the Bills, and I had you come back at me and kind of give me a little something. Like, it was the first Cowboys fire I got from you in a while. Like, I'm a dick eater. I'm hating. Can't let you shut me up.
No, I couldn't believe
And
you took Josh Allen over the Cowboys. That's what was my
well,
thing.
then that should tell you again all you need to know is I was willing to ride with him. And I told you that the Cowboys are just a different team on the road, clear as day. So I actually decided to look something up. Do you know the Cowboys have played 7 games at home, 7 games on the road? At home, they're 7-0. They've scored 40 points averaging at home and have allowed 15. They've played 7 road games, 3-4. They've scored 21 points and have allowed 22. And then I thought to myself, that's crazy because that's also including a 40-0 beatdown at New York. If you take that game out, they're 2-4. They're averaging 18 points per game and allowing 27 on the road. They're just completely different.
Shouldn't you win those games though? If you're only allowing 27 points, what does that show you?
But that's just gone. Look, it doesn't matter either way. I'm not saying who should be gone, who should stay, who's good, who's not. I'm saying collectively as the Cowboys team, this is why I took the Bills. I don't know if I'll take them against the Dolphins because that's 2 fraud teams literally facing off against each other. They're 2 teams that are in playoff positions that have 1 win against a team that is above 500 currently, and that's the Cowboys when they beat the Eagles. Like, Dolphins haven't done shit either. Yeah. So it's going to be because, again, now you're on the road, playing a tough game on the road, and that's just what teams that, again, aren't mentally tough can't come back when the weather's a little bad, weather in Buffalo is beautiful. But when you're trailing a little bit on the road with the fans coming out, you just can't come back from it. You had the lead in Philly at halftime. Eagles came back. You couldn't come back from it. Yeah. Like, that to me, it's just the team in general. You can say it's just Dak or your head coach or whatever. I think they'll both be back next year regardless of what happens, which is great. But to me, it's just not a mentally tough football team. And it's why they're going to beat whoever the fuck wins the NFC South because it's one of the worst divisions ever in football. And then they're going to either go to Philly or go to San Francisco. Even if they fucking go to Detroit, they're done.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I mean, anyone can sit here and say, Malik, you're just being like one of those fans who's just like, you'll be surprised. You'll just be happy when you win in the playoffs. Yeah, I'll be happy. But it's like, I generally do not give a fuck. Like, my day continues to go on because I'm okay with Dallas losing. Like, I'm ready to lose. I'm just ready to, I need new regime. Like, I just need something new. And like, that team has given me, they give me glimpse, but I don't fall for it. I know the truth. I'm not one of those delusional fans. So by all means, do what you do. Dallas, win whatever you want to win. Prove me wrong. That's the only way I change my verdict. If you can go in and let's just say you have a tough game, you beat the 49ers, prove me wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, then my verdict can change. But until then, I'll stick where I'm at right now.
Yeah, and they won't. Yeah. That's what I mean. The Super Bowl champ will not be coming from our division this year.
All right. We will see. All right. So moving on to our next topic. We've had talks going around the league of Bill Belichick possibly leaving the Patriots at the end of the year. At first, I didn't take any heed to it. I was like, I don't think he's leaving. Now with the Chargers losing their head coach, I think that is a perfect landing spot for him. And I think, do you know who you see maybe coming back into the NFL and coach at the Patriots? I think this is where we see Harbaugh come back into the league. We're looking at where does he end up? And I could definitely see if Belichick leaves the Patriots, he wants that quarterback. He loves having a quarterback to where he can mold into, he's a young guy, definitely has talent. He leaves. I mean, if I'm Harbaugh, there's no other organization you would want to play for than the Patriots organization, right? You want to play for that type of organization. I think it's a perfect landing spot for him to say, fuck Michigan, and we need him out the Big Ten. We need to push him out of the Big Ten. Let's just say win the fucking the national championship, whatever. If possible, it won't happen, but let's just say that happens. Perfect landing spot for him in my eyes.
Yeah, it is. Especially, look, I mean, put in like the cheating, the hate, like that's what the Patriots are. Yeah, it's a match made in cheating heaven. But yeah, I think. Look, it's interesting. I personally, if you're Bill Belichick, in reality, you probably just hang it up.
That's what I'm saying. How old is he?
Right. I mean, he's in his 70s.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see because what now you yeah, exactly. And what you haven't seen and what you did see from Tom Brady, right? Like when that whole split happened, it was, oh, well, who really was the system? Yeah. Brady went on and won a Super Bowl with another team, and Belichick has made the playoffs once. So maybe he does go to LA. Yeah. Gets that brand new franchise quarterback with Justin Herbert. And the Harbaugh thing is interesting. I thought that he might be good for the Bears. I know he used to play for the Bears, and that might make sense. But you're right, because the Patriots are going to be in the spot to have really their choice at quarterback other than Caleb Williams. I think they have like the second or third pick. So they'll probably get their new quarterback. Maybe Harbaugh comes in, new quarterback, tries to change up that system. Look, I like it. I think it'd be great. It'd be great for the league.
Yeah, but I think the only reason I think that he's not hanging up, I think he wants that winning record. I think he wants the most games won or whatever like that, and I think he needs a couple.
Yeah,
I think that's like Lombardi's head like record. So I think he's chasing that. I think he's chasing records right now. So I would love to see. I would love to see. Hey, my thing is, Joe, you don't want to ever go out that way. But no matter what you go out, no one's saying Bill Belichick sucks as a coach. No one's thinking about the way he went out. Everyone's thinking about the way, what he did, but it definitely puts an exclamation point and a period on who was the system. Bill Belichick.
I was just about to say that. And that's what he can't have. You can't. You're right. You don't need the Patriots to be like, oh, Belichick is a 3-14 team bad. We all know that.
Yeah.
But he's going to leave and be like, oh, Bill Belichick, great career with Tom Brady. Well, I guess the last 5 years taught us it was more Tom Brady than Bill Belichick. Like, there's just no way that he wants that to happen. And look, I don't know. It's interesting because you heard immediately when the Chargers fired their head coach that Belichick was linked to that job in some capacity. And if you're the Chargers, again, you're in LA, right? Like we talk about this all the time. You're sharing the city with 6-7 other teams, and it's fucking Hollywood, right? Like you want to make a huge splash. Yeah. And right now you're still the little brother of the Rams in your own stadium. Like every game is a road game for you because you have no fans showing up. They would take a swing and trade what they need to get a guy like Belichick for sure.
Now, when that first happened, which side were you on? Were you on it was Brady or Bill?
Brady, I love Brady. I love Brady. So, so I'm all Tom.
I think that now. Of course, I agree that it's Tom. But when it first happened, I said I was on the side of it's both. Like I think that it's them together.
I mean, probably both. But
now I go Brady. Now I'm gonna go Brady. You like Brady his whole career?
I liked him. No, obviously when he beat the Eagles in 04 or 05, and how they did it, it was fuck him, and it was fuck him for a while. But like as he kept winning and didn't beat the Eagles, and we were younger back then, I was kind of like, fuck, man, I'm starting to like him because everyone hates him. Yeah. And then it was the Super Bowl when they came back 28-3. I was like, this dude's just the greatest ever. Like I can't hate him at all now. And then that's when people's hate grew for him. So I was just like, no, I want to be on the exact opposite side. So I'm all about him. I wasn't a Brady fan until he went to Tampa Bay. Like once he went to Tampa Bay, and I was like, oh wait, like he's a good dude. Like everyone likes him. Like you never really know his personality either. And I love to know. Like once I learned his personality, I was like, all right, he's a good dude. Yeah. You're right about that. That game, I wish I watched Super Bowl. It was so bad that Super Bowl that I left. I left the Super Bowl party and was like, oh, I'm gonna go home. By the time I got home and I saw that the box score was like. I was like, wait, why are they selling? Because I just turned on my phone. I'm like, why are they selling? But I'm like, there's no fucking way they came back. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was getting gas, and I was like, nah, this is not real. This is not real. I was so pissed I left. But I can see that. I can definitely see that. But going around tomorrow is the biggest day in college sports right now. It's signing day. This is all you've been seeing is this guy is committed here, but commits don't mean anything. That's just word commits. Commits happen tomorrow, and tomorrow is Wednesday, so this will come out after. But the number one quarterback in college football. I forget his name right now. The recruit, Dylan. I think it's Dylan Raiola.
Yes. So he was actually committed to Ohio State, decommitted from Ohio State, committed to Georgia, and hasn't verbally committed to Nebraska yet. But word on the street is that he would be committing to Nebraska. Now,
no, I think he dropped the video on Twitter.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think yeah.
Okay, so I didn't see it, but
I'll have to see. I'll send it to you.
Do you know the history why he's choosing Nebraska? It has to do with Matt Rule for sure. But his dad is like an all Hall of Fame guy who went to Nebraska. His dad's like his uncle is an offensive lineman coach at Nebraska. So it's just like going back home for him. So it's like
here you go.
So he's definitely fuck. Nebraska's gonna be lit. Nebraska, that's all there. I mean, Purdy's little brother is probably fucking going to play at Villanova or some shit. Like he's out of there. So, I mean, fuck, dog. Yeah, he's definitely landing there. So That's the missing key that they were missing last year. Was like
It
they were a
was.
decent team just missing a quarterback, bro. That's honestly why they suck. They had so many turnovers. There's so much going on for them. So like Nebraska might be up there now in Big Ten, baby.
They've been that for a while. Like they had that kid Martinez that felt like he was in college forever, if you remember him. But this completely changes. And that's why when Matt Rule, as bad as he was in the NFL, like lifted Temple to what at the peak of Temple football that we've seen in a while, like went to Baylor after Baylor had a ton of just like violations, regulations that the old coaching staff was really putting him again behind the 8 ball. And here he comes and he's fighting for Big 12 championships like right away. So as bad as he was in the NFL, he's a damn good college football coach, one of the best. And he just landed the top recruit. Like that's fucking crazy.
I don't know how much he got paid. This dude bought a house in Georgia. Like he was down in Georgia, bro. Like, like this kid was ever. But on the opposite end, we have a big guy that hopefully transfers to Ohio State from Washington. So I don't know. I hope he landed big fish. We'll see what goes down. I don't know if he'll actually sign tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see what does happen. But I'm excited. I love seeing like the news of what breaks, what's going on. I don't even want to talk about bitch boy, but apparently he's definitely going to Syracuse. So by all means, do what you have to do, brother.
That's now look.
That shows that Nebraska didn't even want to.
Exactly. And that shows you all you need to know about like what he is. Like all of your concerns or everything that you've been saying about like that's Kyle McCord, like he's the problem.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to come at Syracuse or anything, but the fact you had to go from Ohio State and couldn't land it anywhere bigger than Syracuse is like, all right, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, for sure. But go ahead. Mount Laurel kid, you fucked us, but it is what it is. We should be playing. We should be playing on fucking New Year's Eve, like right. Oh my god, I'll never let it down. But some fun news around sports. I love. We gotta start thinking about these debates to get them trending as well. Is the segregation bowl that's going to be happening? Hopefully, that everyone wants to happen. Instead of the Pro Bowl, tweets hit the mark. I forget who the guy was. He made a tweet of like, I'm tired of seeing like average white guys talk about sports and all this stuff. I would love to see a white versus black team happen instead of the Pro Bowl. So everything hit. So it hit the news. And I think on all avenues, no matter what, the black team just kills them. I think there's no way in shape and form that the black team gets even put down. And I love, shout out to Will Compton, because Will Compton was like, bro, we play good head football. And I think that, and they were like, or what's the criteria? He's like, if you could say nigga, you're on black team.
Yeah. If they're like on the halfway.
If you're halfway, if you can't say it, you're with us. And all the Simone guys, you can't play. Like anyone that's Simone, you can't play. You have to be one or not. But I was fucking dying laughing at it. But I want to see what the teams break down. We'll post it as well. But for the white guys, the white team, quarterback, I went with Joe Burrow. I'm not going with anyone else. Mind you, this is just healthy guys. They're healthy, right? They're healthy playing.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, I think you guys beat them out at running back for sure.
Yeah, best running back in the league.
You beat us out at tight end.
The tight end's crazy. The tight end's crazy.
Kelsey,
Andrews, Kittle, Goddard. I mean, they're all of them.
Ferguson. What? Just the Cowboy, you crazy? Fergie is nice, Brody. You then go offensive line. You didn't have some choices, but no matter what, we still have our guy at left tackle. You still got Trent Williams, no matter what. But you got Chelsea at the helm at center, because they were like, who's gonna be the brains of this? Who's gonna be the brains of the offensive line? And it was like 86% or like 96% of the offensive centers are all white. So it's like,
exactly.
That's gonna be it. I saw them talk about it too. They're like 86% of cornerbacks are black, including their backups as well. So it was like,
dude, I don't think there's been a white cornerback to play in an NFL game since like 2001.
No, someone broke that.
Oh, did they?
Someone broke it. I forget. Yeah. They were talking about it. Some dude broke it in like 2021 or something like that, where he started. So someone broke that.
That's
so you
crazy.
have us there. The D line, to me, I am still edging. I'm edging the black dudes on this one.
The white is nasty. And I saw a couple of like black players be like, "Nah, we get Max Crosby." I was dying, but that's
I love it. You see JJ Watt, he said JJ Watt tweeted, it was like, I mean, we might be okay, but we're getting smoked at quarterback. No white guys is covering Tyreek Hill. And I was like, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
but
you're just gonna have to sit back and zone all day.
It's just zone all day. But I mean, Will Cobb's hilarious. He's like, yo, we're gonna have to drop a deep safety, and it's gonna have to be Christian McCaffrey. Like he has to play deep because we need the speed on our defensive side. But the defensive line, you have TJ Watt, the Bosa brothers, you have Crosby, and then linebacker, you guys suck at. We take that. Cornerback, you suck at. But this is where it gets dangerous, bro. You got Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson. I don't see anyone covering those.
I mean, Jamar Chase, like throw anybody in there.
Yeah, anyone in there. Tight end.
You got like Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. Huh?
He could have
tight end. You got no.
Kyle Pitts could have had the year, bro, but he trashed it. If you had the year you had last year, it's a different story. Offensive line, I give you guys. All we have is Trent in my eyes. Yeah. And we maybe have Tyron Smith from the Cowboys, but they play whatever. Defensive line, this is where it gets tricky for me. I don't know. This is where I have an edge. Like, I don't know if I want to edge you guys or edge us. I think we can go flip-flop because on our defensive line, we have Hassan Reddick, Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, and I've got to throw my boy Micah Parsons there. I'm not leaving Micah Parsons off.
That's got to be the black defense, bro.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Aaron Donald, Michael Parsons, Hassan Reddick, Myles Garrett. Like just saying that is fucking.
Oh, it's just that's hilarious. And then linebacker, no matter what, Fred Williams, he has to come on our team. I mean, he went to BYU. So that like drops him a little bit for me. Not to throw him that way a little bit, but we'll have to take him because he can't say nigga. So we'll definitely say Fred. But what they said to us is like, who's gonna be the specialist guys? Like, who's gonna be the kickers? Who's gonna be the punters? And like, all we have is the fucking kid from that used to play for the Raiders. That's like what's his name?
The Steelers. You're thinking of Marquette King.
Yeah,
but you got the Steelers. The Steelers have a punter, dude. That's like fat as hell.
Oh, the black dude? Yeah. So that's all we have. So I was like, this is an amazing debate. I love it for sports because we would never see it, but they were like, okay, now what we need to see is what does a Pro Bowl look like this year? Like when we line up out there, who is playing? Like, do we see a majority black squad out there or do we see a majority white squad out there? And it's going to be talked about this year. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
That's great. It was such a great, I don't know. Like, I think the dude that tweeted it actually was like pissed off. And then the fact that everyone took it and was like, holy shit, this would be fucking awesome. Is so great. Who would be the black head coach? You got to go. I'm either going to Las Vegas head coach just because of him being a past player, or Mike Tomlin. Or Tomlin. Yeah, that's it. Who everyone was saying they would go with your boy Sirianni. No, you got to go like Andy Reid or. Nah, I would go with Sirianni. You guys need a swagger. You have no swagger on that side besides Max Crosby and Sirianni. Sirianni's going to bring the swagger for you. And Christian McCaffrey. I'll give you guys the swagger that one. Yo, Max Crosby being able to be like, yo, he can play for both teams is hilarious. He just switches jerseys. I would love to see that. Oh, my God, that's fucking hilarious. Or to like just have Mahomes a steady QB. Yeah, because they were saying about Mahomes. So I was like, well, who would I rather take, Mahomes or Hurts? Even after this week's game, I still take Hurts. I'm still taking Hurts. Who are you taking? Don't be loyal, bitch. Don't be fucking loyal. Go off. If I had to pick right now, probably Mahomes. Mahomes? Hey, yo, shout out to Tony. I mean, you'll be teamless next year, but shout out to you, bro. Because Mahomes is fucking done with your ass, bro. Mahomes is so tired of Tony, bro. It's not even fucking funny, yo. It's not even funny. He doesn't even try to hide it anymore. We said this. He's losing them games. He had another one, that, like, ball right in his hands that he dropped and the pass was picked. Like, it's unbelievable. It's done for him, bro. I'm sorry, but it is done. But what does New Year's? I mean, what is Christmas like? What games do we have on Christmas? I didn't even bring them up. So Christmas Day, I think a lot of the games. Christmas Day is the biggest game, right? That's Christmas Day. Ravens. Yeah. Yep. So you got. Let me pull it up. Thursday night is Saints Rams. Who gives a fuck? You have 2 games Saturday. It's Bengals Steelers and then Bills Chargers. Who really gives a fuck? Saturday, Christmas Eve is like the big day. That's when most teams play. But Monday, you have Chiefs Raiders at 1, Eagles Giants at 4:30, and then that's the Ravens and Niners Monday night. Yo, if the 49ers kill
The Ravens. I mean, they beat them, and we need this. We need this to shut Von the fuck up. We need this. And I know you don't want the 49ers, but I need this for Von to just shut him up because he's on hot. Anytime I post Eagles, he just texts me Ravens.
I know.
Like that's all he just texts me. It's just Ravens. So like no one gives a fuck yet about you guys, brother. But if the 49ers go out there and put up numbers against those guys, they're for real. They're for real. And I see them, they'll be in the Super Bowl if that's the case. I think they're tired. I think that this is a 49ers team that's pissed off, like we deserve a ring. This is the year that we can get a ring, and they know it. They know it's in their grasp, and they're all balls to the wall right now.
Yeah, and vice versa. If the Ravens go into San Francisco and beat them, I don't care if they beat them by 3. Legit, especially that defense too. So it's going to be interesting because I think the Niners probably win that game, but if the Ravens somehow pull it out, like I'll finally put some of the respect that Javon's been asking for. Because I mean, the way he texts, you're right. It's like they're the best team ever. So
because honestly, they're the Dallas Cowboys. They prove you every year. They're hyped up and they fucking lose first round. And you can say sometimes what's his name was hurt. That whatever. It is what it is.
That's part of the problem. Lamar's always hurt.
And this is Lamar causing hysteria around the league all season and into the year. So if Lamar can go out there and win a chip this year, that's kind of crazy for him to do.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be huge for him. Hey, you think the Giants do anything for you guys?
Fuck, dude. I want to crush Tommy DeVito. I can't stand
Shout out to the Giants who just fucked up their draft picks. Shout out to you guys.
I know. They can't even get that right.
Having a good Italian time, but fucking your draft picks up. I love it for you guys. I love it. Congrats.
It's great. I don't know. I truthfully, I don't know anymore. They should win easily. The Giants suck. They're horrible. Like man, they won a couple games with DeVito, but they're trash, bro. If
you guys go out there and even have a close game, oh my god, I'm so pissed off. I would turn your jerseys in, brother.
Because I already know when I'm going to hear from James. It's either Eagles are going to kill him and it's not going to matter, or Eagles are going to beat him close and it's going to be like, oh,
yeah, facts. You can't win. So, welcome to be a Dallas fan. You can't win even if you do. That's it.
Yeah.
Any last words, brother?
No, fucking. I don't really have anything else.
Go Sixers. I saw Tyler posting like, "Go win one for us" about the Phillies. I was like, "What? Like, are you kidding me right now?"
We're so used as Philly fans. We're so used to just like moving on to the next thing. So I'm in Sixers mode.
I was down like, "What are you talking about, bro? This is crazy." But hey, guys, this is the last week to enter the raffle. Again, enter the raffle. Go check it out on Instagram to get all the instructions. But follow us on Instagram at WeTrust_podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Post on your Instagram story and comment under the post, and you'll be entered in to win a free Trust hat. And it will come after Christmas, but at least you get it during that week. So we'll mail it out to you and we'll get it made. Do what we have to do. Make sure you subscribe again on YouTube. Listen to us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Again, follow us on Instagram at WeTrust_podcast. Subscribe, please. And follow Liam on Instagram at
Liam Stokes 11.
Trust up, guys.
Thanks, Lee.